I'm Howie Scarborough. I'm the CEO of Fall Protection Distributors, and we recently released a blog on our website talking about Chicago Metal Supply's standing seam roof systems and the compatible fall protection equipment that we supply for those roofs. We'll go through the different products and each individual panel. So if you jump into this blog and scroll down, you'll see we go into depth into the different panels. The first one I want to point out is this SL100 snap lock. This is non-compatible because of the shape of the seam. Snap locks can sometimes be very tricky, but in this case, we're not compatible with this just because of the way that this seam tapers in. It's very difficult to squeeze these four legs of vertical metal together between our set screws. But all along this article, you'll see these links that say roof anchor compatibility chart. If you'll just click that, it takes you into a quick reference guide that's at the bottom of the article. So the different panels are across the top. The different equipment is down the left column. So there's the SL100. As you can see, with the seam-mounted equipment, it's not compatible, but it is compatible with the Ridge Pro because this does not attach to the seam. And then this, the Barrage T and the Snap-on, these both have full batten caps. So these are not compatible with the seam-mounted, but we do have the Ridge Pro as an alternate. So starting with the SSRA 1, so this is a seam-mounted single worker tie-off. It uses 12 non-penetrating set screws. This is available with two different types of set screws. This is either the all cup tip set screw, which is intended for 22 gauge steel. It torques to 90 inch-pounds. Or you can also get the nylon tip version. It's the exact same anchor. It just has a different set screw in it. We also have kits that have both set screws. So the SSRA 1 nylon tip version, it has a nylon bushing in the end of the screw, and this is going to use a little more torque. You're going to torque this 180 to 200 inch-pounds, and this is primarily going to be used on 24 gauge steel. So anytime we're talking about the SSRA 1 or SSRA 1 nylon, we're talking about steel panels, 22 or 24 gauge steel, and we're talking about flat, non-curved panels. If you have aluminum, zinc, any of these other options, then you want to look at some alternate products, alternate anchoring systems. Give us a call. We'll help you with those softer materials. So the great thing about the SSRA 1 is its component system. So the D-ring is removable, and that allows us to use adapter plates. So once you have a seam-mounted anchor in place, you can add SSRA 2 roof jack adapters. You mount these about 8 feet apart. They're going to mount on top of SSRA 1 anchors. They're height adjustable for different seam heights as well as pitch adjustable. And these are going to allow you to put 10-foot wooden walkboards on standing seam roofs with no penetrations. The other adapter plate is the SSRA 3 anchor plate. So you would mount the anchor plate over top of two SSRA 1s, and you can run up to a 100-foot horizontal lifeline between these two assemblies. Now, with the rope kit that we sell, we do sell a kit that has 4 anchors, 2 plates, and a 100-foot rope. And you can shorten that rope. There is a line tensioner built in. You can shorten that rope to any length that you need. So the SSRA 3 anchor plate is for 100-foot temporary horizontal lifelines. If you're on a roof that needs a permanent lifeline, we do offer an industry-exclusive 120-foot super anchor permanent horizontal lifeline with a galvanized steel cable, and that is specifically designed for standing seam roofs. That has seam anchors, base plates, 5-inch riser posts, and 120 feet of galvanized steel cable. So that's available as a kit on the website. And then the last product is the Ridge Pro. So the Ridge Pro is kind of a catch-all. The Ridge Pro mounts on the end of a 16-foot pole. It's very simple to use, very popular with roof inspectors and chimney cleaning guys and Christmas light installers. It's just a very simple way to get up on a roof and maintain 100% tie-off. So you mount it to the end of a 16-foot pole, you climb a ladder, you run it up the roof, flip it over, it locks over the peak, and it also has your vertical lifeline now attached to the peak of the roof. So once you step from the ladder to the roof, you're already tied off the entire time. So you're tied off until you get safely back to the ladder, and then you can simply grab the pole, release it from the peak, and get the hook and yourself down to the ground safely. So the Ridge Pro is a very versatile product. It is intended for 612 to 1212 roofs, but it doesn't have to be a metal roof. It can be shingle. It can be a lot of different style roofs. It's not just for metal roofs. So if you have any questions about any of these products or any of these panels, our phone number is at the top of the website. You can email us at support@fallpd.com, or this blue circle in the bottom right corner is our live chat. Just let us know how we can help you.